penny pouches? You're behind all this?
Guess what?
What did you do to the Lauren?
A potion brewed from aesthetics woe. Don't worry, he's only unconscious. That is, for the moment.
If you're planning to make sense someday, now would be a really good start.
Oh, I will. Believe me. Just look where we stand. A trading post full of dead workers, a kidnapped guildmaster, and two of the mightiest trading guilds on the brink of tearing one another apart. And all due to mere suspicion. I had hoped things would turn out differently this time. I really did. But I suppose I was too naive. Again.
I don't follow. You provoked all this? You were the one who hired those assassins? The one behind the ambush?
Provoked? All I did was throw a piece of meat into the arena. The rest was done by the wolves. Namely, the Golden Sickle and the Blue Islands Coalition. Why, you ask? Because they're scum. Human scum, driven by greed, selfishness, and hatred. That is what all of those so-called merchants really are. What they hide behind their shiny, shiny smiles.
What? You're a bloody merchant yourself. Why are you doing this? What are you trying to achieve?
Oh, there it is. The big question. But I fear the answer is simple. I want to see them burn. I want to see them burn, all of them. Together with their bloody bigotry and their never-ending thirst for gold. I want them to choke on it.
Eh? What? So you are doing this because you think the Sickle and the Coalition are greedy?
I don't think they are. They are. Ask the countless lives they've destroyed. Ask the farmers they forced to sell their goods for nothing, because otherwise they would cease to exist. Ask about the bribing, the lying, and the complete disregard for humanity. You know, Protector, when I started with the Sickle, I actually believed all this bullshit they kept rambling on about. I mean, path abidingness, success through hard work, integrity. And yes, I wanted to believe it. I really did. But the more I saw who they really were, the more I began to understand. The forces like the Sickle and the Coalition are what make the world the place it is. Forces led by people who don't care about anything but making money, and who would sell their own mothers if it would mean making a profit. Their lives revolve around one thing, and that is themselves.
So you think the Sickle is reckless, I get it. But what did the Blue Coalition do to you?
Are you really asking that? If you know one merchant, you know them all. They're selfish scum. And Calais, with their so-called culture, is the embodiment of what I just said. Greed, 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 wherever you look. It has poisoned their minds, and worse, they're proud of it. In the end, it was a coincidence. When I learned of the deal DeLorean and the Coalition were planning, I knew the time had finally come.
You accuse the Sickle and the Coalition of being unethical? You ordered your assassin to massacre an entire caravan.
What happened to the caravan was an accident. Nobody would have died if they would have just simply turned over the idol. But no, they just wouldn't. They had it coming.
And how do you think this whole thing will end? Why this ridiculous enactment?
Ridiculous? I call it symbolic. I mean, look at it. Lion and scorpion gathered around their prey, the idol. And here you are, the reckless fast climber, hungry for success and money, caught between two fronts.
Reckless fast climber? Is that how you see me?
Oh, just drop the act, will you? I knew it the moment you walked through that door. Onalis, Deloren, Master Ulon, whatever they call themselves, I can recognize an egomaniac when I see one. You. All you care about is wealth and power, just like all of your kind do.
This is absurd. You don't even know me.
Well, you're right. I don't, and I don't intend to. Believe me, I know what you are. No matter how you try to hide it, you're greedy scum, just like them.
Oh, and let me guess. I get to pick who lives and who dies?
What? No, you all die. And together, you will paint a picture of justice unlike anything this city has ever seen. Mel Deloren, killed by Dejam Onalis, the beautiful yet reckless emissary of the Coalition, and her new ally, the Protector, the woman Deloren was foolish enough to trust. Driven by hatred and greed for the fabled idol of Rhalâta, the Protector helped Dejam kidnap Deloren and brought him into the prison, where they planned to execute him in the most gruesome fashion, to be left for everyone to see.
Ah, okay.
But things got out of hand. As the Protector and Dejam returned to the theater, Deloren succeeded in escaping his shackles. What followed was nothing short of a massacre. The Protector, Deloren, and the beautiful emissary, all dead.
Oh yeah, a really wonderful production.
So, what will be the end of it all? This massacre. It will make people open their eyes. They will see these guilds for what they really are. Wolves. Greedy, pathetic scum. And together, they'll put an end to their miserable existence.
Mendelis, you are infected with the red madness, don't you see? You've completely lost your mind.
Nonsense. Alex, Devra, kill them!
Come on! Come on, you shit! Yeah, come on!
What? What the heck happened?
Mendeles, he wanted to kill us. He was infected with the red madness.
Penny pouches? You mean that old man from the trading post? That is... interesting. But it seems like you took care of it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't seem very upset considering what just happened.
What? Oh, no, I'm just... worn out, I guess. The flight through the crypt, the prison, now this. I'm surprised you don't feel the same.
I'm guessing there will be guards here soon. Someone must have heard the fighting. What should we do?
Well, that's the question. I'm open to suggestions.
We have to make people know that Penny Pouches was behind this, and then return the idol to this Master Ulan. The whole thing was a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding? If you ask me, everyone here got what they deserved. The racist asshole Deloran, Penny Pouches, Master Ulan. It's almost impressive how quick they were to abandon me to the guard. Probably hoped to save a few pennies that way. If anyone deserves the idol, it's me. We could share 50-50. Just imagine how much money that would be.
Dijam, that's just wrong. We need to return the Scarabaeus, or else the Sickle and the Coalition will hate each other for centuries.
But... fine. Maybe you're right. But first...
I knew it! Damn you!
I see. By the gods, what is it with these times? One tragedy follows another. Anyway, I suppose we owe you our thanks. You didn't simply take the idol and run for it. That truly does speak for your character. As for this Chilean woman, I guess she had it coming to her.
Yeah, you're right, Commander. What about Deloran?
Well, that remains to be seen. In any case, we have to get him to the next Apothecarius as soon as possible, and get that poison out of his system. I've seen this kind of poison before, though. If not treated immediately, it might result in permanent damage. Let us pray that it won't this time.
How did this Master Ulan react to getting the idol back? Where is he?
Probably flying back to Calais on his Black Mirror, I suppose. But he left the money, which is worth something. The trade certainly didn't go well, but you prevented the worst, and I thank you for it. Here, take this key. By tomorrow you will find adequate compensation in the bank. I will see to it. Now, if you will excuse me, there is much to do.
Thank you, Commander. You know what? I need to get drunk. I need to clear my head after all that shit back in the theater. Don't make decisions, just be. Drink some beers and have some fun.
Sunchild.
What? That's all you got? Come on!
What do you want?
What is this place?
Ranma Rasha's home for lost kittens. Honestly, if you need to ask, then you sure as fuck don't belong here. Go back to your bathing houses and galleries, Sunchild.
I prefer to stay here. Bathing houses and galleries do not interest me at all. I had enough of that kind of shit. Is there a way to participate in the fights?
Ooh, how eloquent. You're from the surface, aren't you? No, don't say anything, I can tell. No cave dweller gets that much sun on his pretty face. So, you want to fight, huh? Oh, you're the sneaky type, aren't you? That look in your eyes. The constant twitching in your fingers. I can tell.
I'm a bit of this and a bit of that, trying to find out, actually.
Fine. Why not? I don't care about style, as long as you can fight. You do know that we're not doing tumbles down here, right? If you fight well, you can make a lot of money fighting here. But if you don't, well, you can imagine.
In other words, you fight to the death.
Usually, yeah. Sometimes the loser pleads for mercy, but the crowd doesn't like it.
Does the Order knows about these fights?
Oh, sure. Sometimes they even come down here and read us quotes from the verses. Jokes aside, I couldn't care less about what the Order does or doesn't know. Down here, the rules are different.
Sounds good. I want to fight.
Huh. Alright. First of all, you'll need to sign this, though. If you can read and write, sign with your name. If not, with a cross.
Here you are.
Thank you. Then we can start right away. And, one more thing. I always found this a bit silly, but the crowd always wants a name they can shout to the ring when you're bashing someone's head in. You know, the fighter, the butcher, stuff like that. So, what do you want?
How about the nameless one?
Yeah, that might work. I like it. Fair enough. If you want, you can dive right into the ring. There'll be a pack fight in a couple of hours.
Pack fight?
Yeah, also called Last Man Standing wins. 3 to 6 fighters in the ring. Dog eat dog.
You know what? I'm fine with that.
Eager, aren't you? Good. Just go down to the training dummies. I'll call you when we begin.
Mesdames and messieurs, a cordial welcome to the Dust Pit. You know who I am, I know who you are, and above all, I know why you are here today. Because you want to see a fight! Today, there are 4 rookies in the ring, and they all share the same dream, to become the champion of the arena. Ah, can you see them shiver, the sweat glistening on their foreheads? They are afraid, and rightfully so, because they know only one of them will leave the pit on both legs. Mesdames and messieurs, I proudly present Kata Tanner's daughter, called the Storm. Simael Roth, called the Vagabond. And Thomas Shagar, also known as the Dervish. And last but not least, the unknown warrior who is only known by her moniker, the Nameless One. Now, enough of the words. Fight!
Oh, you're a smart one, standing here hiding. Come on! Oh yeah, come on. Come on, what are you waiting for?
You know the rules, Rasha. If we don't get the money until
Keep walking.
tomorrow, there will be consequences. So handle it.
But... fine. I'll see what I can do.
Good go. Rhalâta Shera. Well fought.
Who was that guy?
Pardon my language, but none of your fucking business.
Calm down, Russia. When can I fight again?
Well, aren't you a piece of work? Still got blood and dust on your skin and already begging for the next battle. Come by in a couple of days and ask again, will you? I got things to take care of.
Fine. See you then.
And we have a applause, mesdames and messieurs. Cheers.
What do you want?
Want to share? I fought and I won, in case you didn't notice.
Ah, sure. Sorry. I was elsewhere. Here's your share.
Why? Because of that Eterna?
Well deduced, detective.
What's it about? What does he want from you?
His shadow tribute, which my esteemed father, who rediscovered his juvenile spite in his last years, refuses to pay. Which, in return, means that the nice guy who just paid me a visit will send us some of Rhalâta's goons to either set fire to our establishment, or send my father onto the Eternal Paths a couple of years earlier, if I don't think of something.
What's a shadow tribute?
Protection money. If you want to stay alive down here, you have to pay.
Maybe I could take care of that guy for you.
Oh, you have no idea how the wind blows down here, do you? Thanks for the offer, but no. Only an utter idiot would take on the Rhalâta.
Any idea when the next fight will happen?
2 or 3 days, give or take. Oh, I know you'd love to jump right back in. But if we start doing battles every bloody minute, the crowd will lose interest. And money. Just swing by in a couple of days, alright? You'll get your fight.
Fair point.
So long.
I'm guessing you're tired of hearing me ask this. But any estimate on when the next fight will take place?
I had hoped you'd ask that. Aye, I do. And this time, you're in for a real challenge. If you're man enough, you'll fight the beast tonight.
The beast?
Aye, the pride of the pit. And the good thing about it, even if you hack it to shreds, all we need to do is give it some elixir and have our necromancer stick it back together, and it's as good as new. I won't lie, though. It'll be hard this time, and chances are you won't make it out alive. If you do make it, though, it'll be worth your time.
But can the Nameless One also oppose the beast that's been soaking this soil in blood for decades? We shall see. Unleash the beast!
Oh shit. This looks bad. What the?
What the? Hey, what are you doing? Get out of the ring now!
Let's see you dance. Nameless One.
With pleasure.
Look out!
Okay then. Oh. Die! I don't intend to.
Let's talk.
Should have placed my money on the Eterna.
Bloody vermin, all of them.
So many fights, so little money.